Do you know what? I'm not really sure about this one. Really not sure about it. I've been sat here for like 10 minutes just looking over it. I've taken the body off and had a look, and it's just not doing it for me, the initial look. I'm not saying it's going to be a bad RC car. I've unboxed a lot of RCs, cheap ones, expensive ones. First impressions are everything, and this, let me move my coffee, it just doesn't, it's a bit rigid. The wheels are, oh my word. I mean, I don't know if you can see that camber, and that's with the suspension fully extended. Same on the front, lots of negative camber with the suspension fully up. Suspension is really, well, not very good. There's not much travel on it. Oh, I don't know. Let's have a look. What's up guys, welcome to the channel. This is the XLF F22A. And it's a 1/10 scale, is it 1/10? Are they calling it 1/10? Yeah, 1/10 scale. They're calling it an SCT, a short course truck. It's more a monster truck. It looks very similar to a Traxxas X-Max. Traxxas, it's not an X-Max, okay? Anyone watching, this is not an X-Max. Let's not get Traxxas salty. Anyway, it looks like an X-Max. Looks like, it's not one. Metal chassis, metal arms, oil shocks, brushless motor. How fast? Don't know how fast. Let's have a closer look on the bench and we'll take it out for a run. See if it's any good, because I don't like to discount an RC on first impressions, but I'm a good judge of character. So in the box. Instruction manual. Now this mini charger, the output is 1.3 milliamps. The battery that comes with it is a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. I'll show you a picture of that in a minute, it's just charging, but this charger is going to take a long time to charge that battery, so just be aware, it may take quite some hours to get that thing fully charged, and it might even not be able to charge it fully. Tools, a couple of screwdrivers, wheel hex, body pins, Allen key, some screws, stuff. They're not instructions for that. A transmitter, it's got throttle trim, what? So PCT trim, FR trim, oh I don't know. That's your steer, you got steering trim, looks like a steering dual rate and a throttle trim or throttle dual rate. Okay, I'll read the instructions for you. Well, I mean, I don't know if you let me put that there, if you can read it. I get that you got steering trim, I get you got a steering dual rate. That one says percentage adjustment before and after. I presume it's talking about throttle. So throttle trim, not a bad transmitter, nice foam wheel, pretty generic. And now the truck, and I apologise if I've been unfair on it and we've not even had a proper look, but I have had a look. There's a few things I think I need to change before we take this out for a run. Nice looking body, nice colours. Looks a little bit like the, is it XXX? What's it looks pretty good. I've already mentioned what it looks like. I don't want to say the T word too many times because they might try and shut me down. And then underneath, so one of the other things that I wasn't too keen on when I saw it, it's a combined ESC and receiver. In something this size that's brushless with a relatively big brushless motor, I was quite shocked to see that it has actually got a 2-in-1 ESC receiver. You know, it's not the end of the world, but it's still a little bit weird. Normal size, or looks like a normal size 3-wire servo, so that's good. 3,500 kV brushless motor. I don't know what the gearing's like, but a big brushless motor in there, so that should be good. With a heat sink, metal braces on the top, metal front and rear strut towers, wheelie bar, big bore oil shocks that are a little bit disappointing. I think I'm gonna, before we take this out, I think I'm gonna open these up and just see if they're overfilled a bit with oil, because I just feel a bit stiff. And when you drop it, I'm not gonna drop it anymore. Well, I'll do it once, but It's just a bit bouncy. With oil shocks, it should absorb that. There shouldn't be much rebound on it. Metal arms underneath, metal chassis. You can adjust the camber and the toe on the front, and you can adjust the camber on the rear. So that's something else I'm going to do. Metal drive shafts, metal diff cups, metal centre shafts, and it's got a centre diff. So look. So that's a good sign, but talking of diffs, here we go, look. So I'm holding this wheel. You shouldn't be able to do this when you've got you shouldn't be able to do that on the diff. There is nothing in that, absolutely nothing within that diff. In fact, you don't even need to hold the other wheel, look. There's no way that should happen. I'm not sure if I can be bothered to open the diffs up before I take it for a run though, so we might do that afterwards. I don't know. I don't know, I just can't get excited about it. This review's probably coming across as like the most depressing RC car review ever, but I don't know. I think it's the price. I'm gonna have to check the price. I gotta remember who sent it to me first. Honestly, it doesn't matter who sent it to me. I review stuff as I see it, so it doesn't matter who sent it to me. It was bang good. How much was it? Or how much is it? How much is it? So it's currently £167 on sale, which is $230. That is why it's not really jumping out at me. £170 or over $200 is a lot of money, and this needs to really impress me with its performance to justify that sort of cost. Yeah, it's brushless, yeah, it's got loads of metal bits on it, it's got oil shocks, so I can see why the price is relatively high or is high, but just because it's got loads of metal thrown on it, if it doesn't perform well, then I'm afraid it's going to be a rare one for me, and I'm not going to recommend it. But anyway, the battery's charging. The battery, I haven't shown you the battery. Something else I'm a little bit suspect of, 5,000 milliamp hours. It's quite small. It's not all that heavy as well. So anyway, I'm going to sort the camber out. I'm going to sort the front and rear camber out. I'm going to take the shocks off and look to see if I can make them a little bit softer. Charge the battery, and then we're going to give this thing a decent run. And I'll try and be a bit happier. Because of the way the suspension's set up on this, when it's under load, it actually goes straight, it goes more towards the positive side. So I've left the rear. I have adjusted the front slightly because that's not going to be quite as, that's not going to be under as much load as the rear when it's accelerating. So I have adjusted that a bit. 600 weight oil in the shocks. The shocks had, I'm going to put a little video up that I quickly recorded as I was changing the oil. It was almost as if they had the diff oil that's missing out of these was in the shocks. So yeah, I've put 600 weight in. I think it probably could do with 700 because it's a little bit, I think I've gone maybe the opposite way now from really stiff to, but definitely better. Right, anyway, let's take it for a run. So let's give this thing a go then. Another nice day, which makes the change. Not been here for a while and it's looking good. Nice short grass, that's what we like. Well, don't need to go over there, but let's see how this thing goes then, shall we? Oh, hello. Oh, that's fast. Okay, things have got better relatively quick. Oh, that is fast. Wow. So every cloud and all that, need to sort the trim out a bit. Oh, nice. Just what you want. Big pile of dog turd. Ugh. Oh, and another one over here. No way. This isn't going to be fun. Now that looks like a bit of an X-Max tag there. But that is. Well, this is quick. Yeah. So obviously nothing in the diffs from what I can tell, but it doesn't seem to be making a massive difference. It has got a centre diff. So that will be helping quite a bit. Oh, I brought my GPS. Let's see if we can see how fast we can get. So you can turn the throttle down. So it's got like a throttle dual rate, so that's low, and then whack it up. So ideal if you've got someone who's learning the hobby or learning to drive a bit faster. Speed anyway, let's go and see how fast it is. It's meant to do, the steering's really bad on this. Even if you set the trim, it just pulls either side. Terrible. It's got to do with that steering geometry. It's got to be. Right, anyway. Not very straight here, but I should be able to get some kind of throttle on it. So that's full throttle there. We've got a bit of full throttle. We'll go back the other way. Definitely not 70 kilometers an hour. Oh, shit. It's definitely so hard to keep straight. It will not go straight. Well, that's long enough on the concrete to say that we got to max speed. I'm going to say 25 mile an hour. 48 kilometers an hour. 30 mile an hour. Not bad, but not 70. Should we go to the skate park? I'm not a fan of the geo. I know how, you know, obviously the suspension when it accelerates, the wheels go straight, but you can't get it to go in a straight line no matter how much you do the trim. Every time you accelerate, it just pulls right. I mean, it's pretty angry. It's definitely got power, I'll give it that. Whoa. Even with that suspension set a little bit softer, it's just not got enough travel. Oh, so it jumps nice, but it lands crap. Absolutely crap. Need to sort that suspension out for sure. Oh, it's going to be a long one. Can it backflip? What do you reckon? I think it might be able to, you know. No. Whoa. So anyway, I'm still not really. I'm still not. Oh, it landed on its wheels. I don't think I'm a fan of it. That's going to get boring very quickly. You have to pick it up every time you jump it. It's going to be quite annoying. Make your own minds up, guys, but I can't recommend it. I just don't think it's got the right, I don't know, the right flair. Is flair the word? Doesn't do it for me. It's fast. It can certainly jump, but it can't land. Well, most of the time it can't. I reckon we can definitely get a backflip though. I think I need to commit a bit more. Let's commit a bit more, shall we? Not like that. Come on. Backflip. You see what I mean about it doesn't go straight? When you put the power on, it just goes whatever way it wants. Look. It's taking a bit of a hit. Right, I've got the trim all the way over to the left now. See if we can get it to go straight. Nope, nope. Oh my days. Oh, it's still not broken though. Or has it? Well, that's all from me, guys. I'll leave you with a little bit of... Oh, that sounds a bit ropey. Oh, maybe it's just the tyres. Anyway, that is it from me with this XLF. I don't recommend it. It's nothing majorly bad with it. I think it's just not very good at a lot of things. It's the only way I can describe it. Doesn't go in a straight line. Doesn't land.
just, I don't know. I don't know, guys, I don't know. It does take a beating though, I'll give it that much. Yeah, I think that's the motor's moved or stripping a gear there. We'll leave it there. Well, we'll end it on a massive jump there. Let's end it on a big send. Right, there's a link for this in the description if you want to see more info about it. I wouldn't buy one though. See you next time. Woohoo! I'll give it one thing, it takes an absolute kicking. Oh, nearly a backflip. We'll call that a backflip. Well done, mate, well done.